Okay, moving on. What good fortune, I found the very thing I was. Again, phrasal verbs. What good fortune, I found the very thing I was. I have looking in, looking to, looking besides, looking for. Yeah, so here obviously I need something which is giving me the answer of, I was searching for this particular thing. And the answer is 4. The swimmer dashed his clothes and jumped into the river. This is an easy one. Took off, took out, took down. So I need the phrasal verb that gives me the meaning of removed. So obviously it has to be option. Chalo, the answer for this one is took off, removed. I will dash to Singapore next month. So this is again an easy one. Option 1, be traveling. Option B, be travel. Option 3, travels. Option 4, am traveled. So obviously it has to be I will be traveling, right? Because we know that present continuous also talks about future arrangements. Yes? Super. Fill in the blanks. If you noticed, it's a lot of phrasal verbs, prepositional collocations that you should be familiar with, which will help you. We dash not hurry. We have got plenty of time. Options. Option 1, need. Option 2, must. Option 3, should. Option 4, would. There is a need and correction, and it should be, we need not to be hurry. I am the confused from this sentence. What is this? I think this is a very old question which I feel we have covered long back. Anyways, for Sachindra. Yeah, what is the context saying? It is not necessary for us to hurry. Why? There is a reason. The reason is we have plenty of time, right? So, necessity, need has to be, when you say must is more of an obligation, right? Obligation is not the tone of the context. Should is always, like the right thing to do. That is not the tone of the context. Would, we would not hurry is not even correct. Okay, so it has to be we need not hurry. So the answer is this. Shmiti's question again. Not until a monkey is several years old dash to exhibit signs of independence from its mother. It begins, does it begin, and beginning. Ma'am, why not the answer is it begins instead of does it begin? Oh, why not the answer is it begins? Oh, you're saying why not? Why can't it be option 1 instead of option 2? That is what Shmiti's question is. You tell me. Anybody? I'll give you 10 seconds. So you understood? And beginner. See, Tanya, Nikunj and Neeraj, if I use option 3, I have to change begin to begins. No. Not until a monkey is several years old and begins to exhibit signs of independence from its mother, and then it has to continue. There is no continuation. I can't use option 3. Now, why is it so? The Smriti's question is, Smriti is very clear that it's not option 3. She is asking, why is it option 2 and not option 1? That's the question. That is what I want you guys to answer. Anybody? Oh, like that. Okay, Tanya. So now let's look at it. Surya says it's 1. Pooja says it's 1. Shilpi says it's 1. Mata's like, whatever you guys describe, I don't care. I am going to go for 4. Yes, Preeti. Don't worry, boss. I will stop in the next 5 minutes. We will just finish this question. I will take you through. Okay, done, Neerav. Okay, let's go. It's like asking a question. Now, I want you to pay attention. I want you to remember this, okay? This is your key expression here. Think of... You guys are giving me some super duper explanations. Anyway, let's look at some sentences which begin with not until. Okay, yesterday I went for a wedding. It was raining, they stopped serving dinner. Okay, so I'm just going to use that. Not until the rain stopped, could we continue the wedding arrangements. Okay, I want you to pay attention to certain constructions. I want you to identify and tell me what do you think is standing out for you. Not until my friends arrived did we start the party. Until this happened. Not until means what? Until this happened. So until the rain stopped, we couldn't continue the wedding arrangements. Next one. Jab tak. Tanya, good. Not until my friend arrived. So until my friend arrived, we didn't start the party. Right? Not until the test results came did I stop worrying about my health. Whatever. So now, if you look at the constructions, okay? Not until. The first clause. What is the first clause? The rain stopped. Don't ask me now what's a clause. A clause is a complete sentence, right? There's a subject and the verb. Subject, rain, verb, stopped. So, not until the rain stopped, this is clause 1. Could we continue the wedding arrangements is clause 2. Right? Likewise, my friend arrived is clause 1. Did we start the party is clause 2. The test results came is clause 1. Did I stop worrying about my health is clause 2. So, if you notice, after clause 1 in clause 2, the subject and the auxiliary verb is always inverted. It doesn't start, we could continue the wedding arrangement. It says, could we? It doesn't say, we did start the party. It says, did we? It doesn't say, I did stop worrying about my health. It says, did I? Which means, in clause 2, always the subject and the auxiliary verb are inverted. Are you following? Are you guys following? So, what you need to remember is, whenever you have a sentence starting with not until, right? Keep in mind that in the second clause, this is a rule again, right? In the second clause, the subject and the auxiliary verb is nothing but the helping verb. Okay? A little bit of grammar here, but it's essential for us to understand the point. Are inverted. Right? That's what you need to keep in mind. Ayyo. 1 second. Sorry. Auxiliary verb are inverted. So that is why, my friends, option 2 is correct and not option 1. Okay? Not until a monkey is several years old, clause 1. Does it begin, not it does begin. Okay? So that's why it begins, which is the subject and the verb, is incorrect. Option 1. But option 2 starts with the auxiliary verb. Does it begin. That's the construction. Chalo. And I think one of you said 4. Okay. Sachindra's question. Some constituencies in Assam dash the phenomenon of votes exceeding the margin of victory. Options: heard, grasped, sensed, witnessed. Okay, this is a single blank. Fill in the blanks. There's always a clue in the context. Can somebody quickly identify the clue word in the context? That will help you identify the answer. What's the clue word in the context? Anybody? The clue word is phenomenon. Right? What's a phenomenon? Usually, it's a event that is seen, right? Or it can be some miracle. Or it can be just a fact, right? Something that's a natural fact. So, like we're witnessing a very significant phenomenon. So, you can only witness a phenomenon. You can't hear it. You can't grasp it. I mean, looking at the options, considering the options, right? Some constituent Assam witnessed the phenomenon of votes exceeding the margin of victory. Okay? So, just pay attention to the context, clues in the context, you should be able to see it. There has been almost dash support from his parents' side, and the options are little, no, and any. 3 options. So, Yadav's doubt is, I came across this phrase many times, which is without any support from. So, went with option C. But given answer is B. Please explain, ma'am. So, see, my only thing is, guys, just because you have certain phrases, right, you need to understand that in this context, without any support is applicable, right? It may not be always the case. Just because I have support here, it doesn't mean any will always go with support in all the contexts, right? You need to understand the meaning that the context is giving. So be very, I'm a little concerned here when I say collocations. I don't want you to blindly look at, okay, this word goes with this word, so in all the contexts, these two go together. That's not at all the case, right? You'll have to understand the meaning that the context is giving and then choose what goes with what. So in your example sentence, Yadav, if I had to even put all of this, I can still put this word and this word with support, but the meaning will change, right? How will you say this? I can say, I get very little support from his parents' side. Right? The same thing I can use with any also. I can say, I have not received any support from his parents' side. And then in our context, right, it says there has been almost, so here in the context, like Ashish very clearly says, almost is one of the clue words, right? Almost means, what meaning is almost bringing in the context? There has been almost no support. That's the answer, right? There has been almost no support from his parents' side, which means what? Upadhyay, I want you to go to vocabulary and go through the 4 key concepts. One of the key concepts in vocabulary is collocation. Okay, I think I'm gonna take a special session with all these technical terms that you guys think is Greek and Latin. Maybe I should do that. So in the context, the meaning that the context is giving is, hey, it's like as though their parents were never there, because for anyways I didn't get any support from them, right? So it doesn't make a difference if they're there or not. That's what the meaning of this context is. There has been almost no support from his parents' side.